Good morning, friends. It's Gord, your hurtin' hippie. It is Sunday morning, and it's a beautiful, calm, and quiet Sunday. And it's going to be a very quiet day for me. Normally, on Sundays, I go grocery shopping, which is quite an ordeal for a guy without a car who, this guy, who has, for his own loyalty reasons, stuck with the same grocery store that he's been with for 20 years, which is a long ways away. Every Sunday, I have taken a long walk to the train station, then a train, then a bus, and then still a bit of walking, then grocery shop, then a taxi home. And I had quite a few people asking me, why don't I go to this? I like co-op grocery, to the same grocery store, but in a different location, just up the hill here. And I always thought it was too far away. But you know what? It's a nice little store. It's a little older, but it's got character. And so I decided to try the walk. And I'm taking you for the ride. So I have a lot to talk about as to how the week has gone and some of the feedback I've gotten in talking about legalization, talking about the legal store and the education sessions. There's been some feedback. I just want to share it with y'all. But first, let's go to yesterday's gourd and a nice, fun walk. Hey friends, it is a new kind of weekend. I'm off for groceries. First of all, I haven't gone out in this beautiful weather in a while. Last week I was in a snowstorm. There's still a lot of snow, but it's absolutely gorgeous out. But second of all, I usually go that way and take you with me. And I take a train. Then I take a bus, then I walk, then I shop, then I take a taxi back home. This time, I'm going this way up that hill to 16th Ave, which isn't that far. I'm on 4th Ave, and there's a co-op up there. I shopped there last week, a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I lose track of time, friends. But I shopped there, but I took a taxi there and I took a taxi back. It's much closer. It's much less price on taxi. But to walk there, you're going to see, I'm going to take you with me. It doesn't look much here, but down there a bit, I've got to go up quite a hill. I think it's all with nice wooden steps, but pitter patter. Let's get at her. Let's turn on that music. I love that music. And let's get on with it. It's all new scenery, and like someone told me before, always take a different path. You will learn more. Cheers. there we are, my friends. I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed walking it. I enjoyed the day. I can honestly say it was maybe the best day I've had in weeks and weeks. Here comes the wind. The wind's kicking up. I think some cold is coming in, but it's not supposed to. Very, very brisk cold. So I promised you some feedback. You know, I gotta say, first of all, in my talk on the MORE Act, I made a mistake. I was mistaken, misinformed. I thought that the MORE Act did not totally get rid of scheduling as far as cannabis is concerned. No schedule. I find that unusual. However, maybe it's trying to slowly... I don't understand the MORE Act as much. I didn't read it in depth, so my apologies to you all for misrepresenting it. My point was, it doesn't really matter because it isn't going to pass. It just isn't the right time. It isn't the right articles of change. And there is an election coming, and it's a hot item. So it's probably going to be dealt with the election, and therefore you'll all get lied to, and it'll be a little longer. I do think descheduling is the way to go. Having a schedule that drugs fit into is kind of ridiculous. Treat each drug as it is identified and tested and what the results of the test are. That's how you do it. So that's my piece on that. I have also had a few people come back to me about how do I know the pricing is going to be high on concentrates in the new market? And I don't. I had a feeling. I have a feeling. But I also got to say about the prices of the regular market when it comes to concentrates. I'm expecting to see a gram of concentrate going to be over $100. I'm positive of it. 100, 120 a gram, and really good stuff up in the 160 a gram, and that's huge. But then I think back, when concentrates first started coming around this place, when I first saw the shatter, I had never known shatter. Back then, on the street, I was paying 110 a gram. The only way I could buy was buying a quarter ounce, because then it was a little bit cheaper. So, people walking by. So, even if the prices are kind of high for a while, there are people going to pay that. And the prices will reduce over time as, again, the stigma disappears, the education increases, and distribution improves. All these things, and sales go up. You know, as sales go up, they can bring their prices down. They're entering into a new market that they know nothing about, and we know nothing about it because, my friends, it's a new market. So there's the feedback, there's the discussions. We can still continue the discussions below as we always do. And now it's time. As you saw, time for little known facts. A Marmite was one of the most confiscated items at airports from the UK. To overcome this issue, Marmite made smaller ones for traveling. I don't know what Marmite is. I'll have to look it up after. The human nose can remember 50,000 different scents, and that's not a dog nose. Cards Against Humanity bought an island in Maine to preserve wildlife. It's called Hawaii 2. Interesting. Some things I never knew, and some things I don't know nothing about. That's what I like to bring to y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace and cheers, love and harmony. Catch you tomorrow.